Hey, good morning. My name is Mark Watts. I'm out here on the beautiful Mobile Delta. You actually see the moon on the set. But anyway, I wanted to start a series of videos for everybody who's into nature photography. Those especially who like to go out and chase the birds or find the foxes. And I thought I would start a series and show you some of my tips and tricks on how you get these photos, how to approach things, how to get up close to a bird or an animal most of the time. It don't work every time, of course, but I think it's going to be an enjoyable series. It's be fun to do, and I'd like to pass this knowledge on, because after all, what good are you come to this earth, learn all these things, this knowledge, and don't pass it on and share it? So let's get started. Well, good morning. Back out here on the Mobile Delta. Beautiful day. It's Labor Day weekend, and as you can see, the sun's coming up and blackbirds are flying. But today I'd like to talk to you about how to approach animals. And the first thing you got to do is slow your roll, as an old Marine told me. You need to slow down. What I do is, if I spot an animal or a bird and he's sitting there, I'll actually start slowing down my walk as I approach him. And I'll cut it in half speed. And as I get closer to the animal, I don't just suddenly stop. Or if you spot an animal, the worst thing you can do is stop, because that animal, you done drew your attention to it. So as you approach an animal, slow down, start getting into position. Start thinking about your camera settings. Have your camera up close, ready to focus on the animal. You should already know your settings. And right now I'm setting at F9, I can tell you, because I always shoot at F9. It's the lowest this will go with this extender on it. And it's probably, with this lighting, it's 5/100th of a second, which is kind of slow. Normally I like to shoot up about 1,500 or 2,000ths of a second if I can get there, if there's that much light. But anyway, pre-position your camera ready to draw, and if you can, sort of aim it at the target and hit your shutter button halfway down in your back focus and get your camera already starting to focus in that area. That way when you reach up and draw down on the subject, your camera is already focused mainly in that area. It's not hunting from very close to very far, or very close to very far, to work out the algorithm that they do to figure out where the focus point is. So that's one method I use. Another method I use is, if you, the subject, are actually the animal I'm coming up to, I don't walk directly to it. It's best to zigzag, sort of indiscriminately, without looking at the animal. Just kind of work your way up and zigzag and slow your roll. And you can probably get within about 30 or 40 feet of a bird of prey using this method, or other animals, if they think you don't see them. That's the key. You got to kind of look out the corner of your eye as you're approaching them and say, hey, I don't see you, but you do. And you watch them. And if the bird starts using the bathroom, shaking its tail feathers, doing stretches with its wings or its legs, they're like race cars. They got to warm up before they take off, so they'll kind of stretch those muscles out. That's a sure sign you're getting too close. He's fixing to fly. So stop. But it's best to ease to a stop and not just a sudden stop, because then he knows you're onto him. So use this tip, try it. Sometimes it works, a lot of times it works, and you'll definitely get closer to it than you would be if you just all of a sudden threw up your hands and your camera and said, there it is. So try it, and we'll give you another tip next. Thank you.